Hello YouTube, welcome to Market Watch. It is time to discuss the Disney Lorcana trading card game market. Lots of exciting stuff happening. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, we're just going to jump right into it. And you guys let me know what you think in the comments, and please like and subscribe. Thank you. Shortest intro ever, I know. The first chapter booster boxes are starting to increase again, back in price here. Now they're at $270. I'm sure it won't be long before they hit $300. It's crazy. Rise of the Floodborn is also kind of going up in price. It's hit 130 when it was averaging 120 for the longest time, if you guys remember that. Now it's averaging 130. It's climbing. People realize the value of the Rise of the Floodborn set. It is there, it really is. Then we have the set 3 in the Inklands here going under 120 now. You know, that makes sense. It's everywhere. You know, not a lot of value in this new set right now. Good cards in it, of course, but you know how we'll talk about it. You know. What really interests me with these location enchanted rares is they're all not worth that much as other enchanted rares. Like this is the most expensive location alternate art for the set, and there's a few of them. And $75 is the most expensive one when you can get things like Ursula for freaking $350. It kind of feels bad that locations are getting so dirtied, especially because they were hyped so much. But this is the world we live in. You know, locations. It's not your bread and butter. You know what I mean? It's whatever. They're okay. You know, not people are getting excited about them. Tragic Hero Beast is kind of still going down. You know, take a look at it though, because there's a few cheap listings before it's back up to $52. You can use this as a pivot to try to get the crowd for cheap on like Facebook Marketplace or something. But you know, continues to be the most expensive legendary in the game. Sorry. Robin Hood is the most expensive legendary in Inklands. You see, when you have the most expensive legendary at $30, it's no wonder that like no one's getting too excited about it. But again, look at it. Don't just believe what you see here. It gets up to $40 really quickly. See what happens there? So you can use this again as a pivot to buy things on like a different place for $30-ish. You know, I do this all the time. You know, if I want to buy a card and I see that there's a low list on TCG Player, I'll say, hey, can you sell for this? Most people would be like, yeah. And then if I'm a store and a vendor, I can get it for even less because, you know, I don't pay 100% for my stuff. So these are all strategies that you can keep in mind when buying Lorcana singles, right? That's two singles where you might be fooled if you don't actually scroll down the page here. Look at Maleficent here, exploding in price because of its usage in Ruby Sapphire as well as Ruby Amethyst. It is now the most expensive legendary in the first set. It overtook Rapunzel just because of how much it's getting played right now. Look at Ursula here. You got $30, then it's almost $33 down here. You know, you gotta look through the whole thing to see, wow, 30 is a good deal before it gets to 33. Ursula's still a really good card. And it's even technically on the up right now. Rapunzel, though, is a solid 30. Just a solid 30, you know? Rapunzel is just good to have, but people are less and less excited about it. That's okay. Let's talk about Jim Hawkins here, who keeps going down in price. Location Turbo is not really on everyone's brain anymore. And you can tell because Jim Hawkins is down under $20 with no path to really go back above $20 anytime soon. It's pretty insane. But, you know, look at your value of Into the Inklands. Like, no wonder no one wants to buy it. Because maybe you're lucky you get this, sure. But then your second best hope is this. And it gets even worse from there. It's not nice. Definitely not nice. Whole New World, $15. It is going down in price. Less excitement going on about Whole New World. That's fine. With Tinkerbell kind of falling behind it at $11.50. Did you guys know this card's actually going up in price? You know, as people get less and less excited about Whole New World, we might see a world where the Tinkerbells might, you know, tie back up with the Whole New World. Maybe even exceed. I guess we'll find out if that does happen. Maui's exploding. Holy moly, Maui. Sell Maui if you got Maui, for sure. We got Lucky Dime here. Don't forget that Lucky Dime used to be nothing, right? So if you have any, you should definitely consider selling them now while you can get $11 or $12 a copy. It's a good card. It is a good card. It's proving its worth. We have Be Prepared here. Look at this. $10 rare, you know, and going back up in price. You know, Ruby Sapphire can play it, Ruby Amethyst can play it, Ruby anything can play it, honestly. And you can tell this card is just super hyped being the only one that can do what it does. Yeah, it's over $10 now. It is what it is. We have Stitch the Rockstar, who's cooled off from his $10 hype point, and we're down to $7, $8. But again, it's not long. It took up to $9, and then it goes from there, right? Maybe use this as an opportunity to get your Stitches for cheap if you can, before hype, cools off. Keep in mind this card is the championship promo right now available for the set championships. So there'll be less demand for this version as there is more demand for that alternate art version, or still even the D23 version if you want the true max rarity of the card. It is what it is. We have here the big feels bads when you want to open that product so badly, but then you open Kidda or Perdita or Maleficent, God forbid, or you go, oh, I don't want that's where am I going? Or this thing, Donald Duck in the Rise of the Floodborn, or Tekka in the first chapter. Like, be very careful with how you are doing this, because you could get hosed really badly. Don't buy random packs online. Don't suggest that. Someone might have got the goods out of the box. Don't forget, I'm a really pessimistic person, but it definitely exists out there where there are people that start opening a box. They pull Tragic Hero Beast and they say, okay, guess I'm going to list the rest of the card packs. I don't need those anymore. You know what I mean? There are people that do that. So if you're going to buy sealed, buy a box, buy a case. Don't just buy random packs, because you could, I think, give an increased chance of getting hosed. Now let's talk about Ariel. As you can see, this little up here for Ariel. With shipping, Ariel near mint is $4.50 just about, and then it's $5. Ariel has gone up because of the hype, because of its Ariel superpower shift, basically, in set 4. Hype has carried this card. It's almost doubled in value from where it was, and I'm just going to keep holding. I'm going to keep holding. I think this card has a lot of room to go, and I'm going to make a lot of money off them, because I bought a lot of Ariels, because I knew. Buying them at $2 each, basically, and we're doing pretty good. We have Along Came Zeus here, kind of going down, down, down. Location removal isn't that great when it's not at the forefront of people's brain, right? But it is a good card, and, it's still meta, it's still a few bucks. It's still okay. But now it's a good time to grab them for sure. Morph. Morph is going down. I think you grab some Morphs. I think Morph is going to be a little bit more money than it is right now at some point. And same with the Bare Necessities. Removal is pretty crazy. Opponent reveals their hand and you thought sees them almost, or I guess Inquisition of Kozilek is more apt for this because it's non-creature. But hand removal like this is really good. I think this card's going to be more expensive at some point. Then we have things like your lore cards that I want to talk about real quick. I think that these are good investments. This Sorcerer's Spellbook may be a little bit iffy because it is just a lore, but it's a good card that gains you a lore. And if there's a way to abuse it at some point, it's going to be crazy. Same with something like Sleepy's Flute. Same principle here, And then you have Chernobog. I'm telling you, this card will be crazy one day. Grab them for freaking under $1. As many as you can. Just do it up. That'll do it for today's Market Watch. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you later. Bye.